That was the best Nintendo Direct we've ever seen. We just saw 64 of the most amazing games for the Switch 2, and though we might all fight over which ones are our top 10, we'll talk about my top 10 list here. As the backstory to Zelda Tears of the Kingdom, at number 10, we get Hyrule Warriors Age of Imprisonment. According to IGN, Hyrule Warriors Age of Imprisonment features epic battles against hordes of enemies as it tells the untold story from Hyrule's distant past of the imprisoning war that ultimately led to the events of The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. Fans of the Legend of Zelda series and players of both The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild and The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom can experience the thrill of battle in this canonical tale featuring Princess Zelda, King Rauru, and other familiar characters. The last Hyrule Warriors game we got in Age of Calamity was the backstory of Breath of the Wild, and it was phenomenal. I expect this exciting sequel to be even better. Next at number 9, we get The Legend of Zelda The Wind Waker, and it's free for Nintendo Switch Online Expansion Pack members because it's through the newest GameCube NSO edition that will launch with the Switch 2. These GameCube games will have enhanced graphics with a better resolution than they originally had. So that means Zelda The Wind Waker will also have enhanced graphics. It'll probably be in HD, but hopefully we'll see it in 4K when the Switch 2 is docked. With a must-play Metacritic score of 96, Metacritic describes The Legend of Zelda The Wind Waker by saying, "The legend continues on the surface of a vast and mysterious sea as Link sets sail in his most epic, awe-inspiring adventure yet. Aided by a magical conductor's baton called the Wind Waker, he will face unimaginable monsters, explore puzzling dungeons, and meet a cast of unforgettable characters as he searches for his kidnapped sister." I haven't played this game in a long time, and I can't wait to finally play it again with enhanced graphics on the Switch 2. Number 8 brings us to the enhanced Switch 2 edition of The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. Switch 2 edition games are paid upgrades that certain Switch 1 games can get for the Switch 2 that can include visual improvements, new features, or additional game modes. Breath of the Wild and its sequel of Tears of the Kingdom will actually be upgraded at no additional cost for those who already have the games and a Nintendo Switch Online Expansion Pack membership.
I think you are now ready to hear what happened 100 years ago.
IGN talks about this upgraded Zelda game by saying, "The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild Nintendo Switch 2 Edition features custom performance upgrades on Nintendo Switch 2. Smoother frame rates, faster load times, and better graphics will make for a fresh experience when revisiting these adventures." This is one of my favorite Switch games. In this game, Link wakes up from a 100-year regenerative cryogenic sleep to recover from what could have been his demise, from a calamity that changed everything. With Hyrule still suffering, Link must explore to gain abilities and strength to stop Calamity Ganon, free Zelda, and save Hyrule. The upgraded edition of this phenomenal game brings better color contrast through HDR with 4K 60 frames per second while the Switch 2 is docked, and 180p with 120 frames per second in handheld. It also has extra features that can help you along your journey, with a Zelda Notes section added to the Nintendo Switch app that gives you achievements, an item tracker for those pesky Korok seeds, item sharing with friends, and so much more. Now, as you can see, I didn't reach my goal of 1,000 subscribers by the time we saw the Switch 2 Direct, but that's not stopping me, so I'm making a new one. This time, I hope to reach 1,000 subscribers by the time the Switch 2 launches on June 5th, and I really appreciate your support very much. If you haven't subscribed yet and you want to keep getting more amazing Nintendo news, make sure you subscribe so you won't miss out on anything. Zelda Breath of the Wild wouldn't be complete without its companion found in number 7 with The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom, which also has a Switch 2 edition. This Zelda sequel is still my favorite Zelda game of all time. Not only does Link's adventure continue after the events of Breath of the Wild, but a new story envelops where Zelda goes missing and the Demon King awakens, bringing chaos to the world again. This time, Link needs to explore the land, sky, and depths to find where Zelda has gone and to finally put an end to the imprisoning war of Hyrule's founding that never really ended. Newer abilities and crazy crafting inventions make this a must-play game for every Zelda fan. Like Breath of the Wild, The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom Nintendo Switch 2 Edition features custom performance upgrades on Nintendo Switch 2, smoother frame rates, faster load times, and better graphics to make for a fresh experience when revisiting these adventures. This game also uses the Zelda Notes section of the Nintendo Switch app to get achievements, item sharing, Zonai craft sharing, and so much more. At 6, we finally get Hollow Knight Silksong. Though this phenomenal sequel to Hollow Knight was rumored to come out for years now, Team Cherry finally confirmed that it's coming out this year. According to IGN, Hollow Knight Silksong is the epic sequel to the award-winning action-adventure of Bugs and Heroes. As the lethal hunter Hornet, journey to all new lands, discover new powers, battle vast hordes of bugs and beasts, and uncover ancient secrets tied to your nature and your past. Most people have given up on this game ever coming out because it was planned for release in 2023 and we got crickets instead. Though I wouldn't blame you if you're still skeptical, I do believe that it will finally be released this year. The most satisfying fist-pounding game I have ever seen is found in our number 5 title of Donkey Kong Bananza. Nintendo says in this game, you'll explore a vast underground world by smashing your way through it. Bash, throw, and climb through just about anything in DK's brand new 3D platforming action-adventure game. Though it may look similar to the 3D adventure of Mario Odyssey, this groundbreaking demolition mayhem is a new IP in its very own way. Let's face it, we've all been smashing things with pleasure since we were kids. And who wouldn't want a world we can smash our way through in an adventure of finding secrets, collecting bananas, and battling greedy Kongs? Next to number 4, we get an amazing game that used to be exclusive just to PlayStation in Final Fantasy VII Remake Intergrade. The original version of this iconic role-playing game was so good that Square Enix had to remaster it with insanely realistic graphics and expand on its story by making it a trilogy with 2 sequels soon to follow. In talking about this game, IGN says, an evil power company called Shinra has found a way to mine the planet's life energy, draining it and using it to control the universe. Fortunately, a resistance organization known as Avalanche has vowed to put an end to Shinra's destructive practices in the blockbuster RPG Final Fantasy VII. I've only played the original blockbuster game on PlayStation 1 years ago, and I loved it then. This Final Fantasy VII Remake will be even better. Number 3 brings us to Duskbloods. This FromSoftware game is a console exclusive only to the Switch 2. Some people are saying this is a gothic steampunk Souls game with vampires. Others are saying this is a sequel to Bloodborne. But it's a new franchise different than FromSoftware has made before. IGN has a quick description of it by saying, the moon tears will flow for one and one alone in the Duskbloods, a brand new multiplayer title from the creators of Dark Souls and Elden Ring, FromSoftware. This game looks amazing. If the creators of Elden Ring and Dark Souls are making a new game with Duskbloods, then this game has got to be good. A gothic steampunk Souls game with vampires sounds fun to me. This list cannot be complete without Nintendo's open world launch game in number 2 with Mario Kart World. This battle racer zoomed past all expectations and has well earned its position as the sequel to Nintendo's best-selling game of all time. And speaking about this game, IGN says, put the pedal to the metal in Mario Kart World. Set in a vast, interconnected environment, race seamlessly across connected courses that deliver Mario Kart racing like never before. 24 drivers can compete in a race, participate in the new Knockout Tour mode, where you'll barrel through back-to-back courses and checkpoints, with no pit stops along the way. If a player doesn't make it to each checkpoint at a high enough placement, they will be eliminated. And in free roam, it's possible to go off the racetrack and drive in any direction you wish. Explore areas that pique your interest and take some photos at scenic spots with a group of friends. In a battle meets mayhem racer, Mario Kart World is better than I could have imagined and is a must-have party game for everyone to enjoy. We now come to the final title at number 1, with an exciting adventure in Metroid Prime 4 Beyond and its upgraded Switch 2 edition. This stunning game not only looks amazing on the Switch 1, but it's even better on the Switch 2 with even more enhancements. IGN has this to say about it. Samus Aran has been unexpectedly transported to the planet Vuros. As she explores the planet for answers, Samus is granted psychic abilities, mysterious and ancient powers that allow her to control the trajectory of her beams, operate mechanisms, and open doors. The Switch 2 version features both standard controls and Joy-Con 2 mouse controls as players wield Samus's arm cannon with more precision, plus enhanced visuals and performance. Choose between quality mode and performance mode, both of which support HDR based on your preference and playstyle. I've always loved Metroid games. Metroid Prime Remastered was one of the best Switch games, but this sequel blows it completely out of the water. The Switch 2 is more powerful with better games than I even imagined, and I want it now. But I guess we won't have to wait too long since it's coming on June 5th. There are more than just these 10 games that I would love to play on the Switch 2, but I'd like to hear from you. What's your top 10 list of games you can't wait to play on the Switch 2? Leave a comment and let me know what you think. Thanks for watching and subscribing. If you'd like to see more amazing Switch 2 news, you'll want to watch this video here. And if you're liking this content, we'd love for you to join our membership program, where you'll enjoy many perks like loyalty badges, special emojis, membership videos, and so much more.